I am here with Ms. Durham and Mr. Thornton. The two of you have been together for a while. You are considering getting married, so you came to me for my advice as to whether or not you should. You have filled out one of my compatibility tests, which was interesting, and you also brought me your marriage license with permission to tear it up, should I think it's not a good idea. So why don't we get started, and I'm going to start with you, Ms. Durham. Your big hesitation with respect to whether or not you should marry Mr. Thornton is you believe he's cheating on you. Explain that to me.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I'm here today because God has blessed me with this thing called a woman's intuition, and it hasn't failed me yet. Recently, I decided to go through his phone, and I ran across a couple of text messages from a couple of different women. The first message that I read was him inviting a girl to go with him to an amusement park so they could ride all the rides. No, excuse me. He told her, do you want to go early so that you can ride all the rides? Not too sure what rides he's talking about. But, you know.
And you're not sure if he was the amusement park.
Exactly.
I got you. I understand.
Yes, you know, he could have asked me to go to an amusement park, you know, but he decided.
Give me another message.
Another message. Well, recently we went to a wedding, a family wedding. His family, he invited me. The same time that we're at this wedding, I received a call saying that a cousin of mine, who we were very close, had passed away. So I'm trying to celebrate a wedding, and then at the same time, I'm mourning my cousins. He acted as he was concerned, but he was running around this wedding, obviously talking to women. He was not there for me like I expected him to be.
Let me ask you this, though. This was a family member's wedding, right?
Yes.
Did you expect him to mourn with you? I mean, he can be understanding and all that, but a wedding is a celebratory, exciting event. He can't go moping around his family members. You know what I mean? So he can respect your plans, but it doesn't mean he can't have any fun.
Yes, absolutely. No, well, it was okay for him to have fun, but he
Come on.
was having too much fun, Your Honor. He actually came up to me and said, now look, I'm drinking, so if you see me flirting with other women, don't get mad. So, I mean, I think he crossed the fun line.
Little tacky. Mr. Thornton, what is your biggest hesitation with respect to your impending nuptials with Miss Durham?
Your Honor, Miss Durham, she's just over-possessive and too attached. She smothers me.
Too attached?
Yes, ma'am. She smothers me with a lot of attention.
Give me some examples of some of the smothering that she does.
Examples of the smothering that she does, I need to be around her all the time. If I'm getting off of work, she wants me home right away. I need to stay with her every night.
How many times do you come home?
Hang on. You need to stay with, once you marry them, they want you to stay with you every night. It's kind of like a thing.
Right.
Come on home after work, that's kind of a thing. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared? Sometimes the question is not whether or not you love her, it's whether or not you personally are prepared for marriage. Because in what you told me here, I sense hesitation. Is there some hesitation as to whether or not you're really ready to get married?
Yes, ma'am. There's plenty of hesitation. For one, I believe marriage is a big commitment.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure if I'm quite ready to make that commitment into that long commitment
So
just yet.
why did you propose?
Well, Your Honor, I get to that also.
That's a good question, though. I would have asked that in a minute. I appreciate that. I got it from here, though.
Okay.
Why did you propose if you weren't sure you were ready for that type of commitment?
First off, I have not proposed yet.
She says you did it on her birthday at a restaurant, correct? Is that right, Ms. Durham?
Correct.
Did that happen?
In her mind, it must have, but not in reality.
Do you recall the circumstance that she has misconstrued as a proposal? Do you remember what happened that day?
I can recall us being out to dinner on her birthday.
Right.
But I cannot conspire me saying that, Sana,
will you
marry me?
When you wrote to me, you said the proposal read more like, he said he wanted to marry me in the future. And then you said, I took this very seriously, and at that point, I considered him my fiancé.
Ain't that crazy? Over there again? Dewana, what you doing? You supposed to be 10,000 feet away. Where my paperwork at? Where my paperwork at? Where my paperwork at? Y'all know what movie that is. Y'all know what movie that is. What'd he say? He said, girl, what you doing? You supposed to be 10,000 feet away from my house. She said, you ain't gonna quit me. I'm pregnant with you. That ain't my baby. That's my baby. Bitch, you keep my shit. Bitch, you keep my... Boy, I'm trying to tell. How you gonna sit up here and say that I proposed when I ain't proposed and you made it up? Man. Get her. Y'all back up. Man, you don't... I don't like that. I don't like that. Like I said, man, I like him. Good dude. Good dude. He thought about it. Maybe I'm not ready. And then on time, you gonna... Yeah, dog. Get him up out of there. Get my dog up out of there. This ain't going to end too well, young man. This ain't going to end too well. That smothering, he says. Smothering, he says. Judge, we can confirm that. It looks to be right down here on page 76. We have the smothering accusation. Absolutely. We in my mind. Yeah, that ain't cool. Whoa. Be careful, bro. Like I said, this is the entertainment. We entertaining and everything like that, but be careful with that.
Yes, absolutely.
Now that shows me that you took a little piece of something that, yeah, maybe someday, and you decided you had been proposed to, when in fact, he was just mentioning the idea that he could see a future with you. Do you think that might have happened?
I mean, he's the kind of person, Your Honor, where he's not really gonna say something if he doesn't mean it. So I took it very serious because he's very serious.
Let me say this about the proposal, and then we're going to move on to something else. I think women often hear what they want to hear when it comes to issues of marriage and love, and sometimes you can say love over here, I over here, tomorrow over there, and the next thing you know, we think we're engaged. So I'm just want to put that out there, that you might have heard what you wanted to hear and not actually what he said. Now, Mr. Thornton, I'm going to talk about you ask you for a moment about two incidences that I found alarming. One about the sword and one about the dog. So why don't you tell me what happened with the sword and then tell me what happened with the dog.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the sword incident, I came home from work one night and she was preparing dinner for me. And after work, I'm tired. I work 10, 12 hours at a time, and after that, I still have to pre-trip my truck and do other things. So I got home, it was a little late. I took a shower, and I didn't even dress up. I just took a shower, got out the shower, and laid in the bed and happened to fall asleep. So then Miss Durham comes over my house, ringing the doorbell. It's late, and I come outside, and she's cussing and fussing and going off, telling me I'm unemotional because she's home cooking and I didn't come by for dinner and she was cooking for me, which I can kind of understand that, but
it's
she didn't never
frustrated,
let me explain it. She just blew up.
Tell me about the sword, though. That's what I want to know about.
So Miss Durham helped me get to work before my truck had got fixed. So she pulls out a big sword, knife, about this big, and wants to let the air out my tires. Since she helped me get to work, I guess she was feeling like she was gonna stop me from getting to work.
Ms. Durham, did you arrive with a sword at his home?
It was like a little bitty knife, and I never even touched this car.
Ms. Durham, let me come at you with this.
Yes.
The fact that you wanted to slash his tires with a sword, with a knife, with a pair of pliers, whatever you're going to do it with, is really not the issue. The issue is you felt that a resolution to the issue was to deflate his tires.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's not rational. That's not helpful. That's not I want to be a wife kind of action. You know what I mean? You want the dude. You don't want to scare the dude. You want the dude. You don't want to scare the dude. You want the dude. You don't want to scare the dude. You want the dude. You don't want to scare the dude.
Ladies, I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all be a little bit too far with it. Some of y'all be going a little bit way too far with it. I get it. I understand. It's been going on since I can remember. Hey, it is what it is. But y'all gotta remember, like, man, all of that, let's grab weapons and destroy and all of that stuff, bro. Like, yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, initially, me. I'm not holding. All right. I got no. I'm joking. I'm joking. But for real, I'm being for real, bro. Like the stuff like that is like, shorty, you too much of a headache. You go into the column of a headache. Now you a headache. I take off, miss work, pay the money to get the tires fixed and all of that. Honestly, if we been honest, secret. Here's the secret to it, everyone. If you like the person, then act nice. I think 9 times out of 4, if you act nice to a person that you like, even they might be pissed the fuck off right now. They might be pissed. It ain't even a level. They're very upset. They are very, 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 very upset right now. But in the event that you do decide that you want that person or want to be with that person, I think that being nice would be a good place to start. How am I supposed to respond to you, whatever you've done that I don't like? Now I'm then on top of that, then you gonna come over while you try to make it and slash my tie? Like, come on. Come on, man. Like, okay, we get it. I like the thing with it is, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you to put it all in a bow. I love saying the emotions. The good, the bad, the ugly, because I'm gonna show you my good, bad, and my ugly. I ain't got no problem with it. I wear my emotions on my sleeve and doing it for a minute and been getting paid nicely for doing so. So I ain't got no problem with it. I don't have no problem with doing that, bro. But ultimately, it comes down to just it's respect. It's respect, bro. Like, respect me and respect my style. I respect you. 2 things that we got out of this: respect and don't, like, man, be nice. Be nice.
That's how that is. Now tell me about the dog.
Okay, this particular incident, I got off work a little early. I had went to the barbershop by the grocery store, and she wants me to come home again, and where you at, and this, that, and the other. Come get up under me. So I told her I'm out here at the strip club right now. I'll be home later. So
From the
she was
barbershop
pissing.
to the
All I
strip.
heard her say was, "Y'all watch the stove." She dropped everything and headed to the strip club. I'm on the way. And I wasn't never even at the strip club. I just told her that just to stir her up some. I was really 2 minutes down the street. She drove 25, 30 minutes all the way to the club. After that, she came back home, and I still wasn't there. She called me like,
Your
if you don't
Honor,
come home now, I'm going to take your dog, and I'm going to kidnap your dog. And I got a little German Shepherd, so. And the German Shepherd license, so she probably could have got away
That was
with my
such a
little
lie.
dog.
I would
But
never.
She was gonna, but yeah, she told me
Mr.
she was
Thornton,
gonna kidnap my
let me
dog.
say this to you on a completely security basis.
All right.
If you got a woman got a little streak of fatal attraction in her, don't lie and say you're at the strip club. Don't invite the horror you're gonna eventually have to run from.
He like it a little bit. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all niggas be. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Ladies, yes, that's another little top site free. But not, I mean, give it to us like once a year. We need some crazy shit. Want to blow up a tire or something like that. Pop up in the back seat while I'm at work. I mean, once a year. We just need that once a year. Don't do it every other day, every 4 hours, every 13 minutes. Now I don't. Proceed.
What made you believe that getting off the phone, going chasing him, and then threatening to kidnap the dog, how did you think that would set you up for becoming his wife?
Your Honor, he is telling you this story, and he is definitely making it
Will
way
you
more
tell me what
drastic.
happened?
Okay, number one, lately I've been finding, you know, these messages and him to these other women. I even found a book that he was reading about pimping and all this. So that morning I find that book. He's
What?
not coming home from work, and then he tells me he's at a strip club, and I'm like, okay, so now you're at a strip club, and you know you're reading.
And he's reading
books.
pimping books,
Yeah,
so
this
something must be going
So
on.
I said, oh, okay, I'm on the way. You know, and that's when I said I was on the way. As far as the dog, I absolutely adore animals. And
Did
I
you
would-
threaten to kidnap him?
I did. I told him, look, I got your dog at my house. I didn't have the dog, Your Honor. I just told him that. He knew I didn't have it because he was at the house. I wasn't even there.
I was
like
on my way there.
I understand. I wish I didn't, but I do. Now, Ms. Durham, you were about to tell me about him being an Aquarius
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
unemotional. I thought that stuff ended in the 70s, but hey, what do I know? Why don't you explain to me why you think his zodiac sign makes him emotionally unavailable?
You know, Aquariuses are from Uranus, and it's a cold, distant planet. And that's a lot like his personality. He's really cold and distant, unemotional, you know, indifferent. You know, I guess that's the Saturn in the situation. So my whole thing with him...
Indifferent is Saturn.
Yes, that's the Saturn, the indifference. So, you know, dealing with this, it's, you know, it's like, sometimes, you know, when I say those things, I would never flatten his tires. He knows that. I took him to work to make sure, you know, he can get there. I would never hurt his dog, but I said that just to get a reaction from him, because he'll just be like, it could be anything, and he's just, okay. You know, so...
I got you.
Sometimes I'm a Leo. I wanted a little...
I'm a Leo. Listen, so we've talked about all the things that are negative. I want to talk to you about why you're considering marrying one another. What is it about her? And I'm going to start with you, Mr. Thornton. Give me in 90 seconds your best sales job on why Ms. Durham is someone you would like to marry.
Well, Your Honor, Miss Durham does have some decent qualities about herself. She cooks. She cooks for me. She makes my coffee in the morning before I go to work. She will iron my clothes if I need them for me. She's good conversation. She's fun to be around when she's cool. She keeps my hair up. She's cool. She does have my back at times when I need her. She does come through, I have to admit. So she has some good qualities about it. It's just the possessiveness and the
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you right here, and I'm not going to tell you why, but you got a D- on that. We will discuss your D- in a moment. But before you do, Ms. Durham, why don't you give me a 90-second sales job on why Mr. Thornton is the man for you?
He's my best friend. He is very intelligent. I really respect his mind. He motivates me. I feel like everything that I'm not, I feel like he is. So when I found him, I feel like God put me with my other half, my soulmate. You know, he's always there for me. He has his little jokes, but he's very supportive of me. He's a good role model for my children, very disciplined. And I don't want anybody else but him. I mean, he's not perfect, obviously, but I don't want to change him. I would just like
She
him.
gets a B+. Now, do you want to know why she got a B+ and you got a D-?
Absolutely.
Because 80% of what you said about her are qualities in a good domestic servant. Cooking, coffee, ironing clothes, does my hair, all of that's service-oriented, not who she is oriented. So that's why you got a D-. You got a B+ because you see his value, his intelligence, and you love it and you enjoy it. You want him to be different, but you love it and you enjoy it. So I'm going to talk about the compatibility test, and then I'm going to give you my decision about what ought to happen in this circumstance. I took a look at your compatibility test, and sometimes I look at the compatibility test app, and then I talk to the couple, and I think, are these the same people? But I didn't this time. You guys showed up just like you were on the compatibility test. You want to know what he said he wanted from a wife? He wants you to listen to instructions, not to be smothered, and his meals prepared by 7 p.m. This was his great declaration of what he felt he wanted from a wife. That should tell you a lot right there.
Wow.
So here's what I got. I got an intelligent, straightforward guy who I believe could be good marriage material if he lightened up a bit and understood that a marriage is not the possession of a woman, but the convergence of a man and a woman. She is not a convenience. She is not a subservient individual. She is your partner in life. And you should learn from her and enjoy her, not just direct her. You, Ms. Durham, need to grow up. I understand some of the instructions that he's giving you. You've got this over-emotional, hysterical response to the slightest input. For you to even consider alluding to the fact that you would dog nap the German Shepherd, that you would even come over, I don't care if you came over with a hat pin to go after his tires. All of that is childish. A marriage has to have two grown people heading in the same direction who are able to have a conversation about what they need and aren't getting without some grand display of felonious behavior. Do you see what I'm saying? And you need to grow up and leave all that Aquarius and all that nonsense alone. What you need to do is have a conversation with the dude. Show him you're the grown woman that he needs in his life. You know, that's when a marriage happens. That's when a unit takes place. So you need to take it down. You need to bring it up so you can get there together. Do you have children together?
No, ma'am.
Thank God. Keep it like that. Keep it slow, keep it cool. I'm not gonna burn it. I'm not even gonna tear it up, but I'm gonna just fold it. See, like this?
Okay.
And fold it like that. See how even and rational that is? See how conformity, you know? And then I'm gonna drop it in the trash. Y'all work on what you need to work on. I think you could be a beautiful couple one day, but you need to grow up and you need to bring it down. This matter, good luck to both of you, and this matter is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.